So, lack of belief, atheism. I was just thinking about it. It's just technically a position that doesn't exist. It's almost like, a theist that argues for a God that isn't there. And I mean, it's like, what what claims can you make under that position? Can you defend it? Can you argue for it? I mean, that lack of belief in God, that kind of atheism is rooted in unbelief, or not unbelief, but lack of belief, which is, basically, no belief there, so it's like the absence of belief, which means it doesn't exist. And so the reason why I think it betrays atheism is because in any argument that you'll make, any claim, any belief you'll have, which is inconsistent with lack of belief, because it's synonymous with, opinions, belief and opinions, Like I say, I believe in something, I believe this, I believe that, doesn't make it a fact. It's just an opinion on the matter. So, like I say, it kind of portrays atheism because any claim you'll make, can't be supported or backed up by that position because that position doesn't make that claim, doesn't make that argument, doesn't have that opinion. And then when you think about it, it's also a temporary thing, if I could say that, because it's like, just look at, atheists that argue for or they argue against the design argument, they argue against the moral argument that, if, it can't be a design by God because it's a flawed design or it's an imperfect design and it should be perfect if it was by God. And there's so much evil in the world, so much horror that a good loving God couldn't possibly allow this, therefore it doesn't exist. And I mean, these are opinions, about God, which means that you don't really lack belief about God. And if you do, it's only temporary. I mean, even when you're a baby, you grow up, eventually you develop thoughts and beliefs and opinions about God, And so, I mean, I just believe that, that position is, to me, doesn't make any sense. And, it's like, it's not necessary to hold to that position for me, I mean, to me, it doesn't make any sense. I do hear the definition many atheists give it about what it is, what it's not, and no matter how they define it, it's always more like, it's really agnosticism, that you don't really argue against the God, but you just don't find the evidence sufficient. But even that is, that presupposes, beliefs and opinions about God, not lack of belief. So in reality, I think, lack of belief doesn't really exist, or lack of belief in God. That position doesn't exist on those two occasions, that is rooted in the absence of something, and no one is truly like that, And, I'm just giving my thoughts out there, that's all. I mean, if you disagree, it's fine. Leave a comment on my video, and thank you for watching it. And that's it.